A lot of roofers who are running Google Ads don't realize that roofing is two businesses in one, and this matters a lot when it comes to running ads on Google. In this video, I'm going to give a breakdown of how to run ads for roofing on Google Ads and my experience running ads for roofers. My name is Sam, and I'm a Google Ads consultant, and I talk about topics related to digital marketing. So let's get to the video. First thing to realize is that roofing is two businesses in one. A lot of people, when they build the ads, just build one campaign or one generic PMAX campaign, and that kind of traps you into targeting everything but getting nothing. So it's important to understand that there's two audiences you really want to focus on, and that's going to play a big role in your overall strategy on Google Ads. First thing to realize is there's the emergency intent. So these are people looking for roof leaks. A storm just hit their area, they're missing shingles, they need something fast. Then you have people who are planning to update the roof. So these are people looking at roof replacement cost, aging roof. They have a home sale coming up and they need to get that updated quickly. These two buyers are different, and your campaign should treat them differently depending on what you want to prioritize or go after. Most roofing companies, in my experience, try to do both, which is fine. So when it comes to the job values, they're quite high, anywhere between 8 to 30,000. But what this also means is there's a lot of competition, and I've seen clicks anywhere between 15 if you're lucky, but oftentimes it's $50 or more. I've even seen $100 cost per click in some instances. When it comes to the buyer psychology, that's something else we want to focus on when it comes to writing the ads and also tailoring the landing pages. Storm damage customers, these are urgent, as I mentioned already. Insurance is often involved. Replacement customers, they're researching, they're probably price shopping. You're not the only one they're hitting up, but that's where your offer comes into place. Another thing is trust. Roofs are big, they're very expensive, and when people are looking around, they want to find the most reputable and trustworthy company to build their roof. In my experience, most people who are searching, they're searching on their phone, especially for an emergency, so keep that in mind when you're tailoring your website and also the messaging on your ads. If you're running Google Ads as a roofer, what do you actually want? You want roof replacement, roof repair, storm and hail damage, emergency leak repair, insurance claim roofing, industrial roofing, commercial roofing, and then also specifics such as metal, shingle, flat, tile, you name it. Now, what do you not want? You don't want the do-it-yourselfers. These are people who are searching how to patch a roof, people looking for products related to the roofs. These people are not who you want. Another one would be handyman jobs, so people looking for roof cleaners, moss removal, gutter removal, things like that. So another thing that I've seen that you don't want are apartment renters. When I've audited accounts before, both in terms of the structure and the leads, I've seen a lot of these. So you don't want them. And then people who are looking for a roof someday, but they have no real intent. So essentially tire kickers, you don't want them either. I made a video about this already, and feel free to check it out. But essentially, when you are creating your Google Ads campaign structure, you want it to be the Google Ads triangle. So essentially, the pillars of that triangle are location, budget, and landing page. When it comes to the location, you want it to cover a service area around 15 to 30 miles, depending on how far you'll drive. Target the higher value neighborhoods, but be careful with zip code targeting on Google Ads because, especially for housing, which this category does somewhat fall into, Google does not like zip code targeting due to discrimination laws. So go with the radius and make sure you're targeting people in your area, not interested. The reason why you want in and not interested in is you actually get the people in that area and you're not risking VPN or spam coming in through that. When it comes to your budget, this is a high cost per click niche. Make sure you plan for $4,500 a month. At least from what I've seen, the bare minimum is $3,000. If you're spending anything less than that, you're going to be stuck in something that I call a Google Ads dead zone, where you're getting clicks, but not enough to actually do anything with it. Storm season spikes competition and demand, so make sure your budget is flexible depending on where you live. There is seasonality to this too, so during your peak months, that's when you're going to really want to focus on your budget. Now, when it comes to the landing page, ideally, you should have separate pages for repair and replacement, and if you can get more pages per service, the better. So, for example, you'd have one ad group related to roofers in whatever city you're in. For example, your Detroit roofing company, you'd have one ad group related to roofers in Detroit, roofing company Detroit, you'd have a dedicated landing page to that. And then you'd also have another page that would be roof repair experts, and it would focus on that. Another thing too is use real photos. Don't use stock photos. Try to get them so that it's before or after. That way people can see your work, and that helps a lot. I've seen with trust, where you can see an old roof or something that's dilapidated, and we can see how you fixed it up. Make sure to add trust signals such as licensed, insured, warranty, all that fun stuff. Financing options, that's another one you want to add too. I would emphasize that in the landing page, especially because rather than having a separate page people go to, which I've seen a lot, have it on the landing page. That way people see it immediately and they can make a decision. Now, when it comes to storm season, I alluded to this already, but make sure you plan for it. So demand's going to explode whenever there's tornadoes, hail, windstorms, but the competition's also going to explode during that time too. Make sure you raise your budgets before this happens. Now, obviously you can't predict the weather, but based on your historical location, I recommend elevating those budgets during those months where historically storms are prevalent. The reason why you don't want to do it the day of the storm or after is all that's going to happen most likely is your bids inflate. And you might get one or two leads, but they're going to be really expensive. And doing this beforehand saves you a lot of money. Now, when it comes to the slow season, depending on where you live, now, if you're in the Midwest, it's usually after October through February. That's usually the slow season. Shift focus more on replacements and repairs. Keep a residual budget for the installations, but your main focus will be on this because it'll be more reliable. So if you are a roofer and you haven't done this, make sure to do local service ads as well. These are changing. I made a video about this as well. Be sure to check it out because there are some critical things that are happening if you're running them already. Now, the nice thing about local service ads is they're pay per lead, not pay per click. So this is really valuable when the average cost per click is 40 plus, which more often than not in your area, that's probably going to be the case. This is really good for emergency, repairs, customers who want something reliable and fast. Ideally, you should run these two together. That way you dominate the top of the page. Now, when it comes to keywords, this is what I would go after depending on what you specifically want to target. Most of you are going to be targeting all of these in some capacity. Roof leak repair, emergency roof repair. You get the idea. In terms of campaign setup, what I would do is search and local service ads to start. Don't do performance and max just yet. The reason why is if you're starting on a new campaign, you won't have a lot of conversion data. And I find that for roofing with performance max, if you have really good conversion data, it works well. If you don't or don't know how to use your conversion data properly, what's going to happen is you're going to get a lot of spam. Make sure you separate the campaigns and ad groups for repair and replace. Storm campaigns that you can turn on or off. But again, remember, do this during storm season. Don't do it the day of or the day after a storm. Make sure you turn off the auto-created assets. The reason why is if you don't, Google's going to start making random assets and they might not fit your campaigns. Conversions, phone calls are going to be the big ones. Form fills are also pretty good as well, especially for people who are looking for replacement quotes. Phone calls are going to be the biggest one, especially for emergencies. If you do have a phone system, that's fine. I have found, though, that if you use an AI phone system, a lot of customers immediately disengage. So if you're answering the phone or you have someone hired to answer the phone, that works much better. You have call tracking if available. Google does have built-in call tracking as well. So if you don't have call tracking just yet, that's something to keep in mind. Make sure you're setting conversion counts to only one and not every. And then respond within 5 minutes as soon as a call or a form comes in. Roofing leads, they do shop around pretty quickly. You want results quickly, start on max conversions. I used to not recommend this, but this year I've seen a lot of success with it. After you have 2 to 3 weeks of data, then do target CPA. If you're under a tight budget, use manual CPC or max clicks first and then TCPA. But again, if you're spending the recommended budget of 4,500 plus or more, depending on your area, you probably won't need manual CPC anymore. Now, what to expect? 5 to 7 days is the initial learning period, especially if you're using manual conversions. 60 to 90 days is when you really judge the effectiveness of that campaign, but storm spikes can produce jobs fast, and if there's no storms, that can also be an issue. Initially, you might get some junk leads. That's normal, but over time, the leads will get better and better. Now, the cost per lead varies by season and also your area. Cheaper in the slow months and pricier during storm season. There will be big swings in volume depending on where you are, so that's something to look at as well. Now, if you are a roofer and you want to do well during the slow season, or if you want to dominate the storm season, feel free to visit me on my website and I can take a look at your account or give you more in-depth advice on roofing for Google Ads based on your specific location.